Charlie Sheen is really messed up if you didn't already know. He's been recognized all throughout the US as insane.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, yes, Sheen, back in action.
This claim is made evident by his excessive drug use, meltdowns, etc.
He's so cray-cray that he has a theme song dedicated to him.
Needless to say, Sheen's got some issues, psychological issues. So today we're going to try and give an explanation to his weird persona through
7 psychological perspectives. P.S. This might not be true. Evolutionary perspective.
From an evolutionary perspective, we could assume that Charlie Sheen's ancestors have a history of reckless behavior and a mentality that is completely insane. Therefore, it is genetic that Mr. Sheen would emanate such a colorful reputation filled with sexual relations with adult actresses, drug use, and house arrests. It can also be understood why some have claimed Sheen to be bipolar. He simply cannot control all the activity taking place in his genetically altered brain.
Developmental perspective. Growing up, Sheen lived in a strict family with a set of regulations around the house. He found comfort in his toy, Drunken Danny, who said inappropriate jokes and gave advice on how to live life in a wild fashion. When Sheen grew up and became more independent, he kept Danny's words to heart and began to live life as a party monster. Soon, these characteristics would develop to become permanent and create the Charlie Sheen we know today. Psychodynamic perspective. When he was younger, Charlie Sheen hated his uncle Schmidt. Schmidt was a party man who partied so hard that he once punted 4-year-old Sheen across a football field. Sheen repressed the memory of his uncle after becoming famous, but unconsciously began to take on a similar personality.
Behavioral perspective. After coming from school, Charlie used to sit on the couch for hours watching reruns of MTV's Jersey Shore. Each time he finished an episode, he acted the same, just as he observed. Today we are left with the result of those episodes, a self-proclaimed winner. SocioCultural Perspective. Sheen was a normal child until he left his house to go to college. There he was surrounded by constant alcoholics and drug abusers, which he called his friends. This group of people influenced Charlie to partake in such activities which eventually became the daily routine of insane, demented Charlie Sheen. Humanistic Perspective. Charlie Sheen is most alive when he's taking drugs, being out of line, and doing the things birds and bees do. On a spectrum, his needs to do the outrageous things that he does is probably very high on his list. By doing the craziest stuff, Sheen rewards himself and has a positive outlook on life for the few moments he goes berserk, thus reaching his full potential.
Biological perspective. When Sheen takes pleasure in immoral activities, endorphins are released into his brain. The feeling of happiness from the endorphins allows compensation for the depression that Sheen faces on a regular basis.
Those are the 7 perspectives to describe Charlie Sheen's outrageous behaviors.
He's really weird.